A string of tornadoes across the south kill at least 16 people. Typhoon Gay takes aim at Guam and the Northern Marianas. And a new report charges the government is standing by while drugs are misused for cosmetic purposes. This is the CBS Evening News. Good evening, I'm Harry Smith, sitting in tonight for Connie Chung. The Deep South is reeling tonight from tornadoes that cut a wide path of death and destruction, leaving at least 16 dead and hundreds hurt in 7 states. The skies are still turbulent from twisters spawned by a storm system in Texas. The front raced eastward through the night across Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama into Tennessee, Georgia, and Kentucky. Alabama called up the National Guard, but Mississippi took the heaviest blow with 15 dead, including 3 Cub Scouts on a sleepover. James Hattori, reporting from Texas, has the full tornado story.
Base of the funnel now coming out of the clouds, approximately half-mile wide. It
was an awesome display of raw power. Tornadoes laid a hopscotch path of destruction across at least 6 counties around Houston. Houses were smashed block by block. Power knocked out to 10,000 homes.
I was in the closet and I heard loud noise. So I heard it got too loud, so I went in the closet. And when I did, glasses went everywhere. You can see glass everywhere in the house.
Tom Woodrow watched parts of a building flung at him from 2 blocks away.
We saw the tornado coming. Johnny said, "What is that?" I said, "It looks like a tornado to me." He said, "Well, what are we going to do?" I said, "I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm getting the hell out of here."
It hit my front door, and it's the loudest noise I've ever heard. Look at the car. This car was parked out in the street. You hear all the time about the force, but I've never, ever seen anything like that in my life.
A force powerful enough to peel back the roof of a supermarket and collapse hangars at a West Houston airport, destroying at least 20 planes.
It looked like somebody shot a big gun into it and just...
As the storm pushed eastward, it rained more misery and destruction across Alabama, Tennessee, and into Georgia.
I didn't get hurt. They tore my trailer up, no water and electricity and all that. But thank God I'm alive.
But when the storm turned toward Mississippi early today, it turned deadly. At least 6 people died at this trailer park near Jackson, including a pregnant woman and a small child. And in a nearby subdivision, the twister leveled a number of expensive homes and killed several more residents. Weather officials say it appears one tornado cut a 60-mile-long swath across Mississippi, the worst there in 20 years.
Thank God there ain't no more gone than there is. I mean, they lost everything they owned, but they still got their lives to carry on with, so.
Residents left in the storm's wake were digging through and cleaning up today, and finding many things to be thankful for. James Hattori, CBS News, Dallas.
Far to the west in the Pacific, Typhoon Gay is bearing down on Guam and the Northern Marianas Islands, both U.S. territories. Earlier, I spoke by phone with Carl Gumatautau of Guam Civil Defense and got the latest on the powerful storm and the threat it poses to the island's residents.
Right now, the onset of destructive winds have begun, and when I say destructive winds, it's 60 miles or greater. People are buckled down in their homes right now and just waiting out the storm. We have 14 shelters in operation right now, and 4 of them are full to the brim already. We have 4,198 people in shelters.
Carl, I know that you're a big guy. You weigh more than 220 pounds. You said you were outside not long ago. What did the wind do to you as you just tried to walk around?
It knocked me around. I was just like a piece of paper. So the winds are pretty strong.
Are you scared?
Just a bit antsy right now. Like I said, we can't make any kind of preliminary assessments. The roads are too dangerous to be in right now. So I'm a bit apprehensive and hoping for the best right now.
Typhoon Gay is expected to hit Guam with full fury during the day Monday. Some discouraging news about American sailor Michael Plant, weeks overdue, attempting a solo Atlantic crossing. British rescue officials say Plant's capsized yacht was found today 400 miles north of the Azores. There was no sign of Plant, but the yacht's dinghy was missing. In Washington, a new congressional report tonight blasts the Food and Drug Administration. It charges consumers are not being fully protected from potentially harmful so-called off-label uses of cosmetic drugs. Rita Braver has the details.
The report says the Food and Drug Administration has not been tough enough on doctors and drug companies that exploit Americans' obsession with youth and beauty. That drugs approved for legitimate purposes are frequently used for other purposes, sometimes with disastrous results.
We found that doctors are prescribing drugs that they have not really been able to find all of the information out on. Secondly, that patients are taking risks that they are unaware of.
The report cited Retin-A, approved for acne treatment but used for wrinkle reduction, sometimes causing painful irritation, and collagen, approved for treating scars but used to give lips a pouty look. In preparing its report, the committee heard from women like Jane King, who said collagen destroyed her immune system.
4 months had passed since being injected with collagen on May 1st to being in critical condition in the hospital on September 1st.
The committee said the FDA failed to act quickly enough to protect consumers, but the agency insists it has improved, opening criminal investigations when drugs are used improperly, and in one case seizing $5 million worth of collagen.
There's no question that a number of the cases in this committee report date back 7 years, and there were some problems. But of late, I can assure you that the watchdog is back and it has teeth.
Nevertheless, the committee wants the FDA to pursue more criminal charges and increase financial penalties against companies that promote illegitimate use of drugs. Require doctors to keep better records when patients have bad side effects from products. The report also calls for new laws requiring researchers and doctors who promote drugs to disclose their financial ties to manufacturers, something the Bush administration was considered likely to oppose that could fare better in the Clinton era. Rita Braver, CBS News, Washington.
Still ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, President-elect Clinton meets with Jesse Jackson in Little Rock and Bill Geist on a search for a nutritionally correct Thanksgiving.
They say build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door.
Introducing the Decon Ultraset Covered Snap Trap. It helps protect kids, pets, and your fingers from accidental contact, so all you catch are mice. Easy to set, easy disposal.
New Decon Ultraset, at last, a better mousetrap.
All of these toilet bowl cleaners make clean, but not one of them disinfects. So you don't get your toilet totally clean unless you use Lysol toilet bowl cleaner. It easily reaches tough rust stains, and unlike those others, it disinfects for a deep down clean. Don't do part of the job. Get your toilet totally clean with Lysol toilet bowl cleaner.
Minwax announces a new addition to the family, Polycrylic Protective Finish. Unlike ordinary finishes, polycrylic dries crystal clear in no time and cleans up with water. Minwax Polycrylic. A new beginning deserves a beautiful new finish. Minwax Polycrylic. A new way to keep wood beautiful.
Day after day, you make those glasses of thick Metamucil disappear. Why not make them all disappear with Fibercon? Doctor-recommended Fibercon gives you the same fiber regularity in tablets.
Easy-to-swallow tablets.
Get doctor-recommended Fibercon.
There's a smart way to doctor a cough. Robitussin cough drops.
Try this, it works.
With an active ingredient that speeds soothing relief to your cough.
Try this, it works.
Robitussin cough drops from the cough experts.
President Bush is back in the White House this evening after spending the weekend at Camp David. Tomorrow he attends the funeral of his mother, Dorothy Walker Bush, in Greenwich, Connecticut. President-elect Bill Clinton got some praise and some warnings from a sometime critic today. Bill Plant reports from Little Rock.
At a church service with the Reverend Jesse Jackson, President-elect Clinton heard his sometime critic tell the congregation, God has raised up a leader from among the common people.
How you getting along? Right. You got a great sermon today.
But following a private post-worship meeting at the governor's mansion, Jackson balanced his praise with a reminder of what he expects from a Clinton administration.
Make certain that promises made are supported as well as kept. After all, when he proposes to put America back to work, a national health care plan, to raise minimum wage for working people, a D.C. statehood, a guaranteed college education.
All those promises and more, even as Clinton's transition director of economic policy was making it clear that the president-elect isn't backtracking on his promises to the middle class.
Well, the governor has not in any way abandoned his pledge to cut middle-class taxes.
And vigorously denying a suggestion of higher corporate taxes.
Well, I don't know anything about that one. Somebody may be doing something about that, but I have not. I haven't heard anything. Corporations, don't worry.
So far, there's nothing for anyone to worry about. Clinton remains committed to deficit reduction, to health care, to a jobs program, to guaranteed college education on the one hand, and on the other hand, also to deficit reduction and to a continuing middle-class tax cut of some kind or other. So how's he going to do all this? Well, the answer from the staff up to this point has always been the same. The governor has made no decisions. Harry?
Bill Plant reporting from Little Rock tonight. Thanks. President-elect Clinton will test the prestige of the White House tomorrow, even before he is sworn in, when he campaigns for Democrat Wyche Fowler in a Senate runoff election in Georgia. Bob Fall reports the Republican challenger is former Peace Corps Director Paul Coverdell.
We will cut you off at a minute.
It's been a nasty campaign. They don't agree on the issues, and they don't like each other very much either.
Don't say that, Senator. No, that's an absolute bald-faced lie. It is the most shameful tactic I have ever seen. Now listen to me. Now listen to me, Paul. I don't have to be lectured by you. Well, you're going to be lectured. No, I'm not.
The conservative challenger, a former state senator who made a fortune selling insurance, portrays incumbent Fowler as just another tax and spend liberal.
Well, the runoff is about two decidedly different philosophies. Totally separate. A person that believes you keep resources in the private sector and one that believes the government is the answer to everything.
The liberal Fowler, he voted against the Gulf War, counters that sending Coverdell to Washington will stymie everything Bill Clinton wants to do.
The stakes are whether Georgia and Georgians will be part of this new leadership or whether or not we would send somebody who would be a part of the minority filibuster blocking these changes and promoting more gridlock.
Supporting Coverdell, the National Rifle Association and conservative church groups, for Fowler, labor, farm groups, and women activists, belatedly since he voted for Clarence Thomas. Each has rolled out heavy celebrity artillery. Moses and Mrs. Bush, Coverdell. A toe-tapping Kim Basinger and Al Gore for Fowler. Each has also unleashed withering commercials.
And as head of the Peace Corps, he was guilty of mismanagement. Now you know the facts. And the fact is we just can't trust Paul Coverdell. Wyche has voted 4 times to raise his own pay, but he tells us he never did. Can you believe Wyche Fowler? No. Can you do something about it? Yes. Vote Coverdell.
It's a key vote for both parties. That's why the president-elect will be stumping here tomorrow for Fowler. And it's why Republican leaders have already campaigned for Coverdell.
We need his vote in the United States Senate, and you need his vote in the United States Senate. You need someone to reflect the views of the people in Georgia.
Bill Clinton and I need Wyche Fowler in the United States Senate to bring that change about.
And while this runoff is largely a referendum on Fowler, the race goes beyond just 2 candidates.
What's coming into focus at the close of the campaign is whether you want to send to Washington someone who would be a supporter of the Clinton administration or someone who would be an opponent of the Clinton administration.
Coverdell has spent more. Most polls show that Fowler is slightly ahead. The political smart money here agrees the turnout will be small and the outcome will be close. Bob Fall, CBS News, New York.
Incidentally, Senator Fowler and his wife were involved in a 7-car pileup caused by the bad weather. He was on his way to a television appearance. Neither he nor his wife was injured. The Washington Post reports Oregon Senator Bob Packwood made uninvited sexual advances to a number of women who worked in his office over the years. The Post says 10 women have given specific accounts of his alleged behavior. Packwood has been a leading advocate, ironically, of women's rights. Without confirming or denying the charges, he has issued an apology for any offense he may have caused.
I'll get the cereal, honey.
Morning. You'll love this cereal.
Where'd you come from?
A different time when grains were kept whole for the natural hearty taste.
Great grains.
Toasted wheat, oats, and barley. Kept whole. Full of flavor.
Pecans, dates, raisins.
Enjoy it with the missus.
Thanks.
Mmm,
great. Where'd you get this?
Mind if I tell her?
What was great back then is great grains now. A great cereal from Post.
Norelco shaves incredibly close in exceptional comfort because Norelco's lift and cut system lifts the hair so when it's cut, it can drop below skin level without the blades touching your face. So with every shave, Norelco makes close comfortable.
Take some vegetables and presto salad shooter.
Shoot some slices salad shooter.
Point and shoot right into stir fry or casserole.
Shoot some shreds salad shooter.
For hash browns or coleslaw.
Shoot it fast, shoot it neat, shoot it pretty, pretty salad shooter.
Presto salad shooter slicer shredder. Clean up easy, dishwasher safe. Small enough to store anywhere. Great salads and much, much more.
Salad shooter.
The original salad shooter and professional salad shooter from Presto.
Imagine a rent-a-car company that offers special delivery right to your door. That's Enterprise.
Here, let me help you.
Enterprise, a special rent-a-car company that gives you special delivery. Woody Allen says he didn't do it. Mia Farrow says he did. Woody tells his story to Steve Kroft tonight on 60 Minutes.
Bill Clinton has been promising a public service program for college students after graduation in order to help pay for their educations. But some high school students will get a taste of that requirement even before entering college. That's tonight's Sunday Cover. How one state is making public service mandatory in order to graduate from high school.
2, 3, happy birthday to you.
This may not look like a classroom, but a weekly visit to this nursing home not only earns these 8th graders school credit, it is also a lesson in citizenship. It's a creative program that integrates community service with traditional education.
It's an opportunity for children to be exposed to the community, to understand there are problems in the community, and they become almost problem solvers.
Maryland has become the first state in the union to require students in grades 6 through 12 learn to help solve community problems by doing 75 hours of community service before they graduate.
There's so many things that they can learn outside of school that complement what they learn in school.
Take this bread out there. You got donuts. Take those out of here.
And after seeing firsthand the difficulties outside the classroom, these young people think the requirement is worth their time.
It's important because I'm helping people that need homes and need something to eat.
If you really look at it and look at these people, you start to realize your parents are right. You gotta grow up, get a good education, go to school.
But many educators and some students are against the community service requirement. They say no one in school should be forced to serve.
Our basic objection to it is that it is educationally unsound to force students to do this, and we think you take away a part of the satisfaction and the good feelings you have by volunteering by making it into just one more requirement.
But advocates of the Maryland plan say community service should have been a requirement years ago, much like math and foreign language, and that educators too often buck against change.
The point of a required service is not to make kids feel good. That's not the purpose of education. The purpose is to teach them skills that are needed to be an effective citizen. I think this is the new road to education.
It can also be an educational experience for those on the receiving end.
Okay, now you want me to open some more gifts?
Yeah.
They made my life much brighter and I feel much happier. In fact, I feel much younger.
No one really knows yet if student service will create responsible citizens, but thousands of school districts that have endorsed the program's report, if nothing else, many of these students say community service has helped them change the way they look at their own lives.
I think it gives children as my age and older a chance to learn. You can't put, it's good that you're getting an education at school. They're giving you the chance to learn, and they're showing you how it is to live out here.
There are about 200 such programs across the country, but only Maryland is requiring public service from all its students.
When I go on vacation, I love going out at night to shows, dancing the night away, enjoying great nightclub entertainment. And on this vacation, I can enjoy everything without cover charges, minimums, or even reservations, because it's all included. But what I really like about the nightlife here is that tomorrow night, I can see another great new show as we sail away to another great new place. Take a 3, 4, 7-day fun ship vacation on Carnival, the most popular cruise line in the world.
Question. Which of these two instant coffees looks darker?
This one is definitely darker.
This one.
The one on the right's darker.
Is darker better? What do you think?
Dark, rich, what's not to like? What kind is it?
Decaffeinated Folgers Crystals.
I like it.
Tastes rich.
That'll get me going.
It's made with mountain-grown beans, fresh brewed, then crystallized. Want to know what the other coffee is?
Excuse me?
Try decaffeinated Folgers Crystals. So dark and rich, shouldn't you switch?
Doctor.
Is it right for me?
Habitrol.
It's a nicotine patch.
Habitrol.
For information, call 1-800-685-2000.
You know, Habitrol.
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 Habitrol Nicotine Transdermal System. Available by prescription only.
Thank you, doctor.
Now you can cut some fat from your family's diet a whole new way. Introducing Promise Ultra, the spread that's the absolute lowest in fat of any leading brand. That's right, Promise Ultra is the lowest in fat. So try new Promise Ultra. Get heart smart.
NATO launched a naval blockade of Serbian-led Yugoslavia today. Warships enforcing the trade embargo will search vessels entering or leaving Yugoslavia's Adriatic ports for war materiel. The warships have been authorized to fire warning shots. Ireland holds parliamentary elections Wednesday with the ruling party of Prime Minister Albert Reynolds in trouble. But the candidates are being overshadowed by a landmark vote on abortion. Bill McLaughlin reports.
In the forthcoming referendum, please, people, vote no, no, no for the unborn child.
This week, the Irish go to the polls to vote on an abortion referendum, an especially bitter argument in this mostly Catholic country where abortion is totally banned.
I think it should be up to everybody to decide what they want to do. I mean, I think every woman has a right to decide herself what she wants to do with her body.
I'm against abortion because it's murder, basically. That's the end of it. It's murder. Take a life before it's given a chance to live.
Women like Ruth have had to break the law and travel to England to get an abortion. A lonely, scary experience that some 5,000 Irish women undergo every year.
You know, a lot of the women were from rural areas and they were looking around in the waiting room. God, what happens if I meet somebody I know?
Some never make the voyage, like the 15-year-old country girl who sought counseling.
And when we told her that she had to have parental or guardian consent in order to have a termination in Britain, that was very upsetting for her, and she hung up then, and we haven't heard back from her since.
The abortion debate began here when the police stopped a 14-year-old girl from going to England for the abortion she couldn't get in Ireland. The police action forced many people to start rethinking the law.
Do not judge, and you will not be judged.
It even prompted a cautious change in the Catholic Church. While still opposed to abortion, the Irish bishops announced that people could and should follow their conscience in voting. This is not a vote on abortion on demand. A yes vote would simply permit abortion when a mother's life is endangered, and legalize counseling and travel for abortion.
I think this is the essence of trying to promote responsibility among Catholic people, that this idea of the kind of robotic Catholic who waits just to hear what his bishop or priest tells him, this is something of the past.
Whether the vote on Wednesday is yes or no, the debate is set to continue for as long as women have to leave their country to get what they believe is their civil right. Bill McLaughlin, CBS News, Dublin.
The Red Cross in Somalia confirmed today that it has cut the number of meals it serves by half and has cut each meal's vital calorie content. Ships carrying 20,000 tons of food are waiting outside the main port of Mogadishu, but Red Cross officials say rival warlords will not let them enter.
Ask anyone who's driven a Ford lately. They're the best ones to explain how satisfied customers become repeat customers. Because they've given Ford more repeat buyers than any other car and truck division in America. Simply put, when you build quality products, your customers come back for more. Have you driven a Ford lately? It's more than just a question. It's an answer.
There's an ingredient in Efferdent you may not expect. Antibacterial Efferdent, made with Arm & Hammer baking soda. Leaves dentures baking soda fresh and clean.
You're going to be a beautiful bride. Not if I don't get some Z's.
Nitol safely helps you fall asleep fast, so you can get your Z's. Nitol or Maximum Strength Nitol.
Nitol will help you get your Z's.
Oh, great. Just what my stomach needs. Here comes my obnoxious boss.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, boy.
Better make it Malox, because extra strength Malox Plus neutralizes more acid than Mylanta. So you better make it Malox.
Everybody needs some
$12 for every mile over the limit.
That's $300.
You can add fast, too. Next.
To send someone money fast, call 1-800-CALL-CASH or come to any Western Union location. Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
Forget about the stuffing, the sweet potatoes, or the cranberry sauce. If it were up to the food police, Thanksgiving dinner would probably be just a carrot and a stalk of celery. It's a recommended menu that alarms our Bill Geist.
Thanksgiving, the traditional harvest feast. Good food and plenty of it. This year we find that nutritionists and dietitians, who never were much fun, are trying to stamp out Thanksgiving dinner and make it something nutritionally correct. The turkey itself is a good thing, but I insist on giving it a lube job. Nutritionists say that this part in particular should be avoided. No problem, we've got plenty of great side dishes. But nutritionists don't really like what we do to them either. Well, there's always the basic potato, which I turn into what they might call white gobs of death. We should probably buy our butter, salt, and sugar in 55-gallon drums during the holidays.
All right.
I know. If it isn't salt, it's fat. If it isn't fat, it's sugar. Cardiological poppycock. About the only thing nutritionists had anything nice to say about this year was red wine. It's all we've got left. Could be worse.
That's the news. Later, join Harold Dow, who'll be sitting in for Bill Plant with the CBS Sunday Night News later on tonight. And I will see you again tomorrow morning on CBS This Morning. I'm Harry Smith in New York. Good night.
Experience CBS News.
The arming of Americans. We're buying protection big time, but all this high-priced armor really gives you something else. We'll tell you what it is on Eye on America tomorrow on the CBS Evening News. This is CBS.